Well, we definitely think they heard our arguments, and I heard a lot of things that I was really encouraged about today. You heard Justice Sotomayor basically come out and say that she thinks that under the Title IX regulations that the West Virginia and Idaho laws are valid. That's an amazing accomplishment today. In addition, you heard Justice Kavanaugh talking about the zero-sum game, how it denies girls the right to compete and the right to win when we allow boys in their space. You heard Chief Justice Roberts say that this case is very different than Gorsuch, because when you're talking about sex distinctions, as in these sports laws, that is not discriminating against the LGBT community. So we heard a lot that we're thankful to hear today, and we hope that the court will uphold the right that girls can compete in their own sports fairly and safely. From the beginning, the concern was male athletes across the country identifying as women, many who had suppressed their testosterone, were winning gold medals in track and other events across the country. In addition to that, you had terrible injuries in women's volleyball games. Women were being concussed by male players. In women's basketball, there were women who were being driven off the court with injuries because of male athletes. In mixed martial arts, you had a woman who had her orbital bone broken because of a male athlete who identified as women. This was a response to real problems and refusing to recognize the biological distinctions that are inherent in athletic competition. There is nothing staged about this.
And I think today we had a chance to tell the Supreme Court the reality of what it's like to be a girl like Becky, who just wants to be able to play on a team with her friends and have fun. And we're hopeful that the court heard our message, and we're very grateful for all the support that has been shown for Becky over the past week. I think it's not easy for anyone to be a kid, and especially not easy to be a trans kid.
In this moment, in so many halls of power, it feels like people are debating whether or not transgender people exist, whether or not we deserve protections under our Constitution and our civil rights statutes. And today in the Supreme Court, we were able to remind the 9 justices that we do exist, that we deserve protections just like everybody else, and that there has been a history of discrimination against us that warrants the court to take a closer look at the type of government targeting that we've seen over and over again from states and now from the federal government.
What this is about is something I learned as a high school teacher 40 years ago. Every kid has a right to play. Every kid has a right to belong. Every kid has a right to be treated equally. Becky Pepper Jackson is an American hero because she stood up for millions of other kids today and said, we belong, we matter, we are equal. Thank you, Becky.